Oh, hello. Dumelang bagaetsho, re le amogela mo Rise. Now, social media has created a way for us to access and exchange information 24/7. It has literally changed the way that we interact. Mo busigong ba kajeno re bua ka social media and the pressures of being active on them. Dumelang bagaetsho?
Yeah, Mama.
I'm assuming you follow more social media in one way or another. Yeah. Social media. But before we do that, Kanye sat down with a social media expert, Anzio Jacobs, who illustrated some of the dangers, yes, I did say dangers, of posting on social media.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm
good, thank you. I'm Kanye.
I'm Anzio. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, Anzio, I'm here to find out about the dangers of social media.
What a lot of people don't realize is that once you put something on social media, it's there for everyone. It's not your own anymore. So anyone could come across this information.
But I mean, I often feel like I'm safe. The information I'm putting on, there's no harm happening. I'm just sharing who I am and I'm sharing where I am too. Like, I don't know.
But that's part of the problem, is you're sharing a bit too much information.
What, can you like show me some stuff though, like what you can do that it can be so harmful or whatever?
Okay, so let's just go to something as basic as your timeline.
Okay.
So you've got a lovely profile picture.
Thank you.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to save it to my computer.
All right.
So let's just get it in here. And I'm going to open it up in an application. So what's dangerous about this is I can use this maliciously. I could post this back on your wall on Facebook and people would believe that you're posing naked.
Oh my word, yeah.
If I clothed you again and I just put you in a different outfit, I could use your images, all of the images that are on your Facebook account, and create a different Facebook account with your details.
Oh my word.
We could take it even further. I could create a BBM profile, a WhatsApp profile. I could start talking to your contacts because you've put your number up on Facebook.
Yeah.
So once I've got this information, your number, your email address, and remember, I can hack into your passwords because they aren't the most case-sensitive passwords.
You're the new Khanyisile Mazibuko, just like that.
Just like that. So you need to be careful about how you load pictures, especially pictures where you're looking forward. Those are quite easy to manipulate.
What can you do with those? With the ones I'm looking forward?
Looking forward could become like ID photos. So hype up your passwords. Use passwords with capital letters and numbers in them because those are harder to crack.
Okay.
Maybe look at using an alternative email address for social media so that when you are using an email address, it's more difficult to track your movement. Don't put up too much information about yourself. Make sure that you've got information on there that you're happy with everyone knowing.
Yeah.
Because if you make the mistake of putting on information and it goes to the wrong person, it could be very dangerous.
Just to be sure,
No,
okay, just checking.
I promise.
Here's my question. What do you hope to gain with your social media account?
No, for me it's like building a brand sort of, because I believe it can help me with my career as well.
I mean, for me, social media is like it's a note to self. I write notes to myself.
And what kind of like, but do you get upset if people don't like your latest picture of yourself?
Yeah, well, I guess at some point, it's not like I'm gonna die if no one likes my stuff, but it's definitely an ego booster. So it's on some, oh, they like that picture. So yeah, but I think I've learned over time, more the likes in Zabatu,
right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Haki simulaka social media, it was when I was not in the country. And it made it so convenient for people just, you are keeping up, right. And you also can see what other people are doing.
So, what kind of pressures are you guys facing? Because I imagine Lebo, as Matabaholo and Baba so established in our careers, we might have a different use for it, and it might be different for you, is it?
Yeah, you guys have no idea. For example, you know, on social media, it starts with simple things like your profile. Ne? You have to make sure, if you're taking pictures and you're going to put them on social media, trying to make sure, first of all, hot, and the background lawn, it's trying to compliment. It has to be a picture that's going to attract people. Go to
the hottest parties, be seen at the hottest restaurant.
No, really. And you have to dress properly. Kgomotso, come on. Let's dress together.
Shoes.
You have to, everything has to be on point. So even if it's an I woke up like this, you know, it's not really how you wake up.
Sometimes you even take a picture of a shoe that's not yours. It's my red bottom.
My red bottom. Like, and, you know, so then it's all of that. You have to make sure the status are interesting, they're entertaining in some way. And also you get pressure from other people as well. I know I get pressure with competing myself slightly with other people.
Is it realistic? Because Khanzi Mapelo are, I think everybody, including adults, display on any platform is what they choose to tell you. They are not telling you about the number of times that the door has been slammed on their face.
Yep.
Okay, well, this is obviously going to be a very interesting conversation. Morago ga papatso, re tla be re bua le Bonolo Modise, a social media manager. Let's get lebela e tshwara remote eo.
Reale amogela gape. Gompieno, Kgomotso le Khani are joined by our guest, Bonolo Modise, to speak more about the pros and cons of social media. Over to you guys.
Lebo. So, Bonolo, welcome to the show, first of all.
Thank you for having me.
So, we're now social media manager. Social media manager.
Okay, I think a lot of the time, how I'm a social media manager, they think, oh my goodness, you must like sit on Facebook the whole day, it's so much fun. But that's not really the case. You find actually it's quite a lot of work because you have to have good copywriting skills, because you have to come up with content that's going to go into those platforms that you're on. Then you also have to have data analysis skills, where you'll have to go pull the data about what's been happening on online, so that you can go back to your clients and tell them, so this is what's been happening, and this is the content that we need, and the numbers that we can use to actually improve what we do online. And then on top of that, again, you have to be very good with people. So you're basically a customer care agent, and because you have direct contact with the audience before anyone else. So even before the complaint will get to the client, you have to speak to the audience and make them feel like, okay, even though there's something wrong, we're so sorry and we'll fix it for you.
So the organization, do you prefer the social network surfing and the?
It depends on what kind of brand you are. You'll find a lot of times people will go on Facebook, because Facebook gives you access to a bigger audience compared to everyone else. Then you get Twitter, where Twitter is more if you want to be in the thick of things and have a conversation all the time. I mean, people trend. You can become a pot stirrer and kind of provoke things when you're on Twitter. And then you get something like Pinterest, where it's all very pretty and it's about pictures. So if you're a lifestyle brand, that'll work out very perfect for you, because you get to showcase your brand. And then you get Instagram as well, which has a very heavy skew also on photos, but it has to be like beautiful and timeless photos where people will feel like, oh my God, I also want to be like that or to do that. And then you get YouTube, which has become possibly one of the biggest like talent scouts on the planet. I mean, you have someone like Justin Bieber, who was discovered on YouTube. And you have our own Casper Lee, who's like a YouTuber for a living now. So it just depends on what kind of brand you have and what your purpose is. Why do you want to go into a social network and make sure that you're on there for the right reasons?
Your particular job did not exist say 5-10 years ago.
Not even.
Not
3.5 years ago.
Like, so what does it take? What does one need to get into this? And I mean, we're speaking about some of the negatives, but surely it's a positive. Kimona Spani Joe. Daram.
Yeah, Berre.
Yes, Spani.
I was fine straight. For me, like personally, I started as a journalist. So it's really helpful if you can come up with content. So you need to be able to write to a certain degree. So it doesn't matter whether you do PR or communications, but as long as you have some kind of writing skills. And then from there, you also need to be able to like numbers, because there's nothing worse than having to do a report and you have no idea where to start. So you have to have some kind of background or ability to be able to work with numbers. And then from there, have a good personality. I mean, it might sound cliched, but you really have to be able to morph into different characters for different brands, because you might have one client that's very serious and then have someone who's like a very younger audience where you have to be 16.
So does that mean, do I need separate accounts for my career, for na, or are they all meshed into one? Sometimes I'm a bit confused, or like, who am I? Who am I speaking as? So I just speak as myself, and not so much the career. Or like, Kgomotso Matsunyane.
This is who I am.
No, this is who I am, and this is, yes, the liking stuff that I'm about to say. Is it important to a differentiation, or papa
I think if you can make the differentiation, do it, because if you manage yourself like Kgomotso, but you're the Kgomotso the brand before Kgomotso the person, at least that's how the public sees you. When you have a meltdown on Facebook, no one's going to say, oh, that's just Kgomotso. They'll say, oh my God, it's Kgomotso, you know? So you need to have a very distinct idea of, okay, so as Kgomotso the entertainer or the performer, I'll have my own things be here. And as myself, I'll just have my close network be on this side. So it's always positive to just split them so that you just avoid any drama.
What about Modi social networking? The smartphone, the feature phone. Can one access the social media via the feature phone?
You find quite a lot of like the feature phones, they actually have access to at least Facebook.
Sure.
If you can't get onto other platforms, listen.
Or Mxit.
Yeah, yes. So and with something like Mxit Reach, you'll find that's probably the best to actually get across to other people that are not necessarily tech savvy, because it's on a basic phone that they understand, and you can talk to them about important things like education and health, things like that. So if you can access them on that platform, then it's very useful.
I know I'm young and I'm supposed to know that. But how does Mxit Reach actually work? Mxit Reach, go into it.
So Mxit Reach is basically an application where you're able to come up with content based on either education or health or anything that uplifts the community. So if I have an NGO and I specifically want to target, I don't know, boys that are 20 years old and unemployed, you can come up with content that's going to engage them, and you'll be able to put up that content on Mxit Reach without having to pay anything. So it's basically a platform that gives you the leeway to talk to the people you want to talk to, uplift them, and it's for free.
But how do we engage in, because there's a lot of things about, a lot of dangers associated with social media. Re berekisa yang in a safe way, by not in danger.
Do you know when I think about my sister, like she only 17, right? I always tell her, listen, stay away from putting anything provocative. Don't tell people where you are all the time. Like the other time she put up a photo where she was wearing like little cheeky shorts and a crop top. I'm like, no.
That's a no.
That'll not work.
No judgment. There's nothing wrong with the short skirt.
Look,
but
she's
on
beautiful.
Media, on social media, it's a no-no.
Yeah.
You're just going to get predators.
Exactly. Because the next thing you'll do is you'll check into a place. Oh, I'm at the mall. Someone can see where you are. They know how you look. They can see where you are. What's stopping them from actually finding you? You know, and things like cyberbullying as well. It's very easy for someone to see your pictures and be on some, oh, you're so ugly. And you get offended because you're thinking, oh my God, this person says I'm ugly, but actually it's just cyberbullying. So you need to be very smart about what you decide to put up. Sure, you can be very, like, you know what, put up whatever you want to put up, but be very calculated in saying, I'm not going to put half nude pictures of myself on there, because you don't know who's going to see them. You don't know what they're going to do with them. So just be safe. I mean, if it's something you won't tell your friends at a braai, don't say it, because it means you're not comfortable with it. Exactly.
Thank you so much for joining us, Bonolo.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us.
Reale amogela gape. So Mantombazana, what do you think your profiles say about you on social media?
I think mine says someone who's funny, ambitious. Yeah, that's it.
A go-getter, a hustler, inspirational.
Okay. And you?
Extreme left.
I think mine says proud mom.
Proud mama. Okay.
Yes.
Proud mama. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so I want to play a little game with all of y'all.
Okay.
Because I want to know how well you know yourself and what you put out there on social media. So
This could be scary.
Yeah.
I can say by the way. And then I can mixing.
All right.
Mara, yeah, so ba golo ko morago kwa ba beile dipotso di quote tse re di buile mo social media and then tshwantse re ke sa gore ke mang. Okay?
All right.
All right. Too many gosh darn feelings.
I go Kgomotso.
Kanye.
Kgomotso.
Kanye.
It's
Left. Well, when I left,
okay, next one. Black adults and respect. Answer the child, mama. Stop telling her she's disrespectful when she asks questions. Woo! It is not me. No, it isn't. It actually sounds like
proud mama.
Ke Kgomotso. Oh, Lord, me.
ah, yes, it is you. Why are you not surprised?
I don't remember saying that.
Do you have a manager for your social network stuff?
I can't afford such things.
My mistakes are no worse than yours just because I'm a woman.
Mbali.
Yeah, it's she's old-fashioned. And I keep pina ele ya mang mang. Mbali ne?
Mbali.
Reveal. All right, let's see the last one. Learn to dance with
This is
pain.
Kanye.
It has to be. Gotta get the fella sexy. Oh, I see
Kanye.
Khanyisile Mazibuko.
Kanye.
It could be me, actually.
Kanye.
Okay.
Khanyisile Mazibuko.
Well, it's what I'm saying. It could have been something that I said. Apparently, it's only a year and a half to go.
This is Matsunyane.
This is Kgomotso. Twilight service. Left.
This is Matsunyane.
There was a very good reason for that, but I'll tell you next time.
Matsunyane.
Let's see the last one.
Sorry, it's okay.
So it's okay to support music that disrespects women or encourages men to belittle us just because the beat is right, is tight?
Kanye.
Kanye.
Just by his smile.
Kanye.
Is it Khanyisile Mazibuko?
Kisola Kanye.
Yeah! Okay, well, that's not too bad. It means like we're within reason of what we think we kind of put out there. Does this episode make you want to engage differently with social media? Parts of me sometimes just wishes like, hey, where's it go? Go Twitter, like weed it out. Some of the more unsavory stuff, maybe. But then a part of me is just like, this is who I am. You know, I'm not intending to run for political office. My heart's on my sleeve. I is what I is. What about you guys?
I just want to have a stronger password. I'm talking about a stronger password. No, but to be serious out here. But to be hacker, but busy. So a stronger password. Everything else can stay the same.
Yeah.
All right, Mbali.
Actually, I just I'm very strong. You know, I want to go on inspiring. You know, and I think social networks can help with that.
What is this thing about young people wanting to be a brand? What does that mean?
I don't know what it means. They
can't
both say it.
Okay, oldies.
I mean, I want to put myself out there, you know. I want to make a name for myself. I want to make something out of myself. I want a brighter future for myself. So making a brand out of making myself a brand is about that. It's about growing. It's about empowering myself. So I want to brand myself.
If you as an artist, you as a person, your social network has to be on point. So
But
it's
for me,
building
it sounds
your
like
brand.
you guys are watching too much reality TV. Bonnie
But
Kardashian,
we're
because
implementing
Kim
it as
Kardashian
well.
is a brand.
That's the thing, Kgomotso.
Yeah.
We are implementing it as well, and that's how it is in our generation.
Yeah, how is that working
can
for
I-
you?
can I-
Has it ever produced? Has anybody gone to Facebook? Abare, ha! I'm giving you a job. Anybody?
They will soon.
Can I ask this question though? And I'm asking it seriously about this thing about creating a brand. Brands are managed. Ne?
Yeah.
For an example, Soul City is a brand. So we manage it. It stands for something. You guys are evolving. So when I hear you saying you want to make a name for yourself, you can do that. There are other ways of doing it without putting yourself on the public profile. I guess I'm asking it because the minute you are public, and let's say every Sunday, like many of some people do, and you are saying, this is my brand. Are you not opening yourself up when somebody sees you doing something that is probably contrary to what the public image you are? You know, you are just going to be in the space, or look at what she says, but look at what she...
And it's going to change. That's all Lebo saying. And the other thing that's going to that I want to change before, it's like there's too much pressure on you girls and you young people wanting to inspire. Relax, man. Relax. Seriously, like, it's a hell of a responsibility. I need the role model. Relax. Because, you know, people will they will eat you up and then chew you out. Learn to be yourself first. Before we develop as an icon, before, you know, and Oshebile, all these people coming behind you. Oh, Umbali, the inspiration. Oh, Kanye, the inspiration. Listen, life's going to throw you a whole bunch of things. Maybe it'll make sense. But and you want me to shut up, which is fine. But no, which is just like, they're giving me that. There she goes again. Anyway, social media can be extremely dangerous if you do not take care of what you put out there. Your profiles are an extension of what you want the world to know about you. So remember to follow us on Twitter, share your thoughts on Facebook, and continue the conversation on Mxit Reach. Until next time, goodbye, next week. Woof, woof.